Good morning. So I had a dream this morning that I felt I needed to come on here and share with you guys. Normally I'll just type it up on my community page, but this is one of those dreams that you just have to verbally explain or it's not going to make very much sense. So the dream started out where I was at my house, and it seems random, but not to me now that I think about it. So I was with my sister and Lisa Marie Presley. It sounds random, but I have actually met her before and talked to her back in 2006. So it's not too random that she was there. However, now that I am thinking about it, I think the Lord used her as symbolism in this dream, because when the media refers to Lisa Marie Presley, they call her the daughter of the king, because she's Elvis's daughter. So that clicked with me, and I think she was kind of symbolizing like me or you or a Christian believer in this dream, because I told her, I said, me and my sister were going to go to an arts and crafts store, and we were going to hit up this like milkshake type of place. And I said to Lisa Marie, I said, do you want anything? And she just kind of looked down and she said no. And I think that's symbolic, and I'll tell you why in a minute when we get to the store. So my sister and I went into this store, and literally everything in that entire store looked like 666. Everything either cost 666 or it's kind of hard to describe, and this is kind of the reason why I decided to just verbally explain it. So there was like this bin of, you know how if you go to like the dollar store or something, there's those like cheap stretchy lizard toys. There was a bin of those, and even I remember they looked like 666s, which is interesting because they were lizards. But just the way that their tails were curled and their heads were turned in, the whole bin of lizards were shaped like 666, 666. So everywhere I turned, I was like nudging my sister, and I'm like, look over there, that looks like a 666, or look over here. Even like the wall decorations, every item in the store was a 666, and it cost $6.66 or $666. And then as we were waiting in line, which by the way, I think that's the reason why the daughter of the king, Lisa Marie, said she didn't want anything from there. She didn't want anything to do with it. So as we were, excuse me, as we were in the like checkout line, there was someone ahead of us, and the cashier was counting 666, 666. And then there was, you know how at like a laundromat or a gumball machine, they have those quarter slots? There, on the checkout counter was those quarter slots, like that's how you paid, but there was only 6 of them. And I remember seeing the customer put in the quarters, and the cashier was counting, like there were 6 slots, so they put in 6 quarters. But the way they counted it, since it was like 3 by 3, they went 666, 666. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they said 666, 666. So everything looked like 666, and everything cost 666, and people were saying 666. It was just like everywhere you turned, everything you saw, everything you heard was this beast number, the beast system. And so that was the dream. And when I woke up and was thinking about this, I remember very fleetingly yesterday scrolling through, I think it was YouTube. Sometimes every now and then I will just give it one big scroll and just kind of read the titles of what people are putting out. I just don't have the time to sit down and listen to hour-long videos like I used to. So I will just like go through and read the titles. And I remember seeing something. It was like a second or two that I caught it. But it was something about, I think it's like the latest kind of digital currency that they're trying to push now. I don't remember what it was. I just remember having that thought of, you know, that's what they're trying to do. That's how close we are. And I remember when COVID started, at least in my area, they just like shut down cash. Like no cash, no coins, everything was just digital. If you didn't use your bank card, you didn't buy anything. They weren't taking cash anywhere, which I think is illegal, at least right now. So, and then they just like slowly incorporated that back in. So I think that was kind of like the first taste of that whole beast system, just very slowly conditioning people to, hey, remember way back when we went cashless? It's nothing new. Everything worked out. So I can't remember what it was that I saw that someone posted about that, but I'm wondering if this has something to do with that, to kind of just show us how close we are to that. So I really feel like this dream was a heads up from the Lord to just to show how close we are. And it's interesting because I feel like for 10 years that when I first came to YouTube, everyone on here was like getting this big wave of all the same dreams and visions and messages, just like confirming what each other was getting constantly for like a decade. And then it seems like as soon as COVID started, everything just stopped. And it was like the Lord just went quiet. At least that's what I see. That's how it has been for me. I feel like I haven't had more than 5 prophetic type dreams in 2 years ever since COVID started. And I've noticed that on my YouTube feed as well. I'm just not seeing the dreams and warnings and messages from other Christians too. So it's been quiet for like 2 years, and then I'm starting to notice with myself and with others now that the dreams and the messages and the leading, it's really seems to be more of a leading of the Holy Spirit to get people back on here and connected. I'm seeing a lot more of that ever since fall started. And I know every year in the fall time, it's like the Holy Spirit just explodes with all this download of information and just like nuggets of wisdom and things. So I'm seeing that with others as well. So I feel like we're on the right track, that maybe the Lord's maybe getting us back into that wave, another wave of the Holy Spirit working between us all and the Lord pouring out more of his Spirit. I don't know. That's just kind of what I'm seeing and getting. But the dreams really have started ramping up for me again, which is crazy because I just was way too tired yesterday. When I came home yesterday evening, the only reason I fell asleep was because I just crashed from pure exhaustion. So usually when I have a dream right as I wake up, that's like the Lord saying, remember this. So I just had a feeling that I need to come on here and share this with you guys. So for what it's worth, that's the dream that I had last night. Everything everywhere in the store was tied to 666. So let me know if you've received anything similar, and I will be back if the Lord gives me anything else. Bye.